Hello, everybody. My name is Mirko Brandes, and on behalf of my co-authors, I would like to share with you the results of our scoping review. The focus is promotion of PA in primary school children. So, as you may agree with me, the amount and the intensity of PA in children is at an alarming low level. And even the COVID-19 pandemic also accelerated the decline of PA in children. For example, in Germany, we have around 9% of our children meeting WHO PA recommendations at the moment. So there's clearly the need for PA interventions, and most of the existing PA interventions involve the school setting to reach all children. The aim of this PA intervention is often to increase physical activity, to increase physical fitness, or to decrease sedentary behavior. And some years ago, the WHO created a framework, the so-called Health Promoting Schools framework, as you can see above me. And it consists of 6 features addressing the individual, structural, and environmental level. And it can be seen as a whole school approach to PA promotion. And this is also the mission of our ActiPros, Activity Promotion by Schools project. We strive for implementing PA promotion in primary schools. Initially, we wanted to characterize and explore the effectiveness of existing PA interventions from the last decade and refer to the HPS framework. And our hypothesis was to that maybe if you address more HPS features, that you have a superior effectiveness in your PA intervention. To do so, we conducted a scoping review. The protocol has already been published, as you may want to discover. The intention included in our scoping review had to target primary school children only. They should focus on PA and or fitness and or sedentary behavior. And they had to include a pre-post design, and they also had to include a control group. The effectiveness of this PA intervention was estimated based on the author's conclusions in the papers, and we divided it into positive only, partly positive, on no effects. Initially, we had more than 3,000 hits when we started our search, but after screening and full text reading, we had 178 interventions, which were included in our analysis. And this is the number of studies according to the continents. We have a large number from Europe, also from North America, but it's a very low number of PA interventions in primary school children from Asia, Africa, and South America. The most commonly used study design was an RCT. We had maybe 35% of these interventions had a theory-based intervention. 80% included physical activity as an outcome, and also 40% included sedentary behavior or cardiorespiratory fitness as an outcome. Here you can see the feature frequencies we have seen in our scoping review. So we have 2 dominating features. This is health skills and education, and links with parents and community. And we can also find out 2 features which have not been addressed much often. So health school policies and access to school health services have a very limited number of papers. This is maybe a busy slide, but you can, if you want to, you can stop the presentation and have a closer look on this graph. We now discriminated the number of features on the y-axis and the effectiveness on the x-axis. So as you can see, for physical activity, sedentary behavior, and cardiorespiratory fitness, there's no clear trend that if you include more HPS features, that you have a better effectiveness of your intervention. But when it comes to a theory-based interventions, we can see a clear trend. So if you have a theory-based intervention, your intervention is much more likely to be at least partly positive or positive only for all outcomes, so for physical activity, sedentary behavior, and cardiorespiratory fitness. Having a theory-based interventions seems to be very important. So we have numerous probably effective interventions to promote PA for primary school children, and most originate for Europe and North America. And we think that it's maybe worth to use it for further research and maybe use one of the existing interventions and not to reinvent a new intervention. Most interventions address only one feature of the HPS framework, and we have two access to health services and health school policies features that are mainly overlooked. So we need more research on these less frequently utilized features. No combination of features was superior effective. So for certain combinations, we had, of course, a low number of studies, but we were not able to discriminate a very promising combination of HPS features. Addressing more features is not necessarily better than addressing only one feature. And we have only seen very few studies, including a long-term follow-up. Long-term follow-up means at least 6 months or maybe 12 months follow-up data. But having a theory-based intervention seems to be very important for effectiveness. So we would recommend to build up interventions on theoretical foundations. And please report it also in the scientific papers and really do this. Of course, we had also some strengths and limitations. So our limits were that we were restricted to a scientific journal, so there might be a possible publication bias. The classification was based on the intervention description, so we did not ask for additional supplemental material to get a better impression of the intervention. And the estimate of effectiveness was based on the author's opinion taken from the studies. And as commonly done in scoping reviews, we did no assessment of the study quality. And maybe here, the last slide on our take-home messages. We want to recommend theory-based interventions to further explore HPS feature combinations and also address features that have not been addressed extensively so far. We want to highlight that multi-feature interventions are not necessarily more effective than single-feature interventions, as we've seen from our papers so far. And it is very important to include long-term follow-up for providing sustainability estimates. So thank you for listening to this presentation, and I'll be happy to answer any questions by chat. Bye-bye.